Hello, English learners. Welcome back to Daily English Talks. I'm Mia, and today we're going to explore a fun and easy way to learn English. Whether you're just starting out or you've been learning for a while, this video is packed with simple and practical tips that you can use every day. We're going to dive into the language, understand how it works in real life, and practice through useful and engaging examples. You'll get better at speaking, listening, and understanding English in situations that actually matter. So, get comfortable, and let's begin this exciting journey together. Learning English doesn't have to be difficult. It can be enjoyable and natural when we approach it the right way. Learning English the easy way starts with changing how we think about learning a language. So many learners feel stressed because they try to memorize too many grammar rules or difficult vocabulary all at once. But language is something we use to connect, not just something to study. Imagine you're at a coffee shop, ordering your favorite drink. You don't need to know every rule of English grammar to say, "Hi, can I get a coffee, please?" That sentence is simple, polite, and corrected. That's the kind of English we use every day. So, instead of worrying about speaking perfectly, focus on speaking naturally and confidently. Use simple sentences. Use the words you already know. And most importantly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Every time you make a mistake, you're getting closer to speaking better English. Let's talk about learning through daily life. One of the easiest ways to improve your English is by using it in small ways throughout your day. When you wake up in the morning, say to yourself, "I am getting up now." When you brush your teeth, say, "I am brushing my teeth." When you prepare breakfast, describe what you're doing in English. "I am making eggs." "I am pouring milk." "I am cutting fruit." These simple actions help you build a strong connection between English and your daily routine. This type of learning is very natural and easy because you're not sitting with a book, you're living the language. Try doing this every day, even for a few minutes. Over time, you'll start to think in English without trying. Listening is also a key part of learning English. You can make it easy by listening to things you enjoy. If you like music, listen to English songs. Try to understand the lyrics. Don't worry if you can't understand every word at first. Just focus on the main idea. You can look up the lyrics later and read along. If you like stories, listen to short English stories or audiobooks. Choose beginner-level materials if you're just starting out. Listening helps you learn how English sounds in real life. You'll hear how native speakers speak, the rhythm of the sentences, and the tone of the voice. This helps your brain get used to English naturally. Speaking is one of the most important skills, and it can also be one of the most difficult. But here's a secret. You don't need someone else to speak English. You can talk to yourself. Yes, it might feel a little strange, but it really works. When you're alone, describe what you see around you. Talk about your day. Say what you're planning to do. For example, you can say, "Today, I am going to the market. I need to buy vegetables and bread. After that, I will come home and cook lunch." This type of practice builds your confidence and fluency. If you do this every day, even just for 5 minutes, your speaking will improve. Let's do a quick practice. Imagine you just woke up. Say to yourself, "I am awake now. I am getting out of bed. I am going to brush my teeth. I feel a little sleepy." Now, continue. "I am going to the kitchen. I will make some tea. I like tea in the morning." These short, simple sentences are perfect for practicing. You're using present tense, which is the most common tense in daily conversations. You're also building vocabulary related to your morning routine. Another easy way to improve your English is by reading. You don't have to read difficult books or articles. Start with simple things. You can read short stories for beginners, English comics, or even English subtitles while watching a movie. Reading helps you see how words are used in sentences. You learn grammar and vocabulary without even thinking about it. Try to read something in English every day. Even 5 minutes of reading can help. If you don't understand a word, try to guess its meaning from the sentence. Then, you can check the meaning in a dictionary if needed. But don't stop to look up every single word. Keep reading and enjoy the story. Let's practice reading with a short paragraph. Listen and repeat after me. John wakes up early every morning. He brushes his teeth and takes a shower. Then, he eats breakfast with his family. After breakfast, he goes to work. He likes his job because he meets new people every day. Now, try to say the same story in your own words. I wake up early. I brush my teeth. I take a shower. I eat breakfast. I go to work. I like my job. You can change the details to match your life. This type of reading and speaking practice is very helpful. Let's talk about grammar, but don't worry, we're going to keep it simple. Grammar is important, but you don't need to study long rules to speak well. The best way to learn grammar is to see how it works in real sentences. For example, let's look at present simple tense. We use it for things that happen regularly. I eat breakfast at 8 a.m. every day. She goes to school by bus. They play football on weekends. These are all present simple sentences. Notice how we add s to the verb when we talk about he, she, or it. That's one simple rule you can remember. Let's try another tense, the present continuous tense. This tense is used for things happening now. I am watching a video. She is reading a book. They are playing outside. In this tense, we use am, is, or are with a verb ending in ing. Try making your own sentences using this tense. I am learning English. I am listening to Mia. I am writing in my notebook. These exercises help you become comfortable using grammar naturally. Now, let's talk about vocabulary. Many learners think they need to memorize hundreds of words. But it's better to learn fewer words and use them well. Choose common, useful words. For example, words like go, eat, like, want, need, see, make, do, have, come, and take. These are very common and used in many situations. Learn them well. Make sentences with them. Use them in your speaking and writing. If you learn 5 useful words every week and really understand how to use them, you'll make fast progress. Let's practice vocabulary. Take the word want. You can say, I want a cup of tea. She wants to watch a movie. They want to go outside. Try changing the subject and verb. I want to sleep. I want to eat pizza. He wants a new phone. Doing this helps you see how the word is used in different ways. You're not just memorizing, you're practicing. Here's another word, need. I need help. You need to study. They need more time. Try to make your own sentences. Think of real things in your life. I need to buy groceries. I need to clean my room. I need to finish my homework. These examples come from your daily life, so they're easy to remember and useful to say. Let's try a small conversation for practice. Imagine this situation. You are at a shop. The shopkeeper says, "Can I help you?" You say, "Yes, I need a bottle of water." The shopkeeper says, "Here you go." You say, "Thank you. How much is it?" The shopkeeper replies, "It's $1. You say, "Okay, here's the money." This is a very basic but very useful conversation. Practice it by yourself. Try changing the item. I need a pen. I need a notebook. I need some snacks. Practice different responses. This builds your confidence and helps you speak naturally. One thing many learners ask is how to think in English. It sounds difficult, but it can be very easy if you start small. Thinking in English means you don't translate in your head, you don't think in your language, and then change it to English. You just think directly in English. The easiest way to begin is with single words. When you see a chair, think chair. When you walk outside and see the sun, think sun. When you eat food, think rice or chicken or bread. Slowly try to make small sentences. This is my chair. The sun is bright. I like bread. These small thoughts help train your brain to think in English. You don't need to think in perfect grammar, just simple English thoughts. Do this every day, and over time, it will become natural. Let's continue with practice. Imagine you are going out for a walk. You see the sky. You say in your mind, "The sky is blue today." You see a dog. There is a dog. It is running. You walk past a store. This is a clothes shop. They sell shirts and pants. These small thoughts are easy and helpful. They don't require a textbook. They just require practice. Make English a part of your thinking. That's the easy way to learn. Let's now focus on pronunciation. Many learners are afraid of speaking because they think their pronunciation is not perfect. But here's the good news. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. You just need to be clear. Good pronunciation means people can understand you. That's the goal. One way to improve pronunciation is to listen and repeat. Choose short English phrases from a video or audio. Pause and repeat exactly as you hear it. Focus on how the speaker moves from one word to the next. Try to copy the rhythm. For example, "How are you doing?" This is often said like, "How ya doin'?" Practice saying it just like that. This type of shadowing practice is fun and very effective. Let's do some speaking together. Repeat after me. Good morning. How are you today? I'm fine, thank you. It's a beautiful day. What are you doing now? I'm learning English. I love this language. Try saying these out loud. Don't worry if you feel shy. The more you speak, the easier it becomes. Speaking out loud helps your mouth and brain get used to English. It also builds confidence, which is very important. Let's talk about confidence for a moment. Many people know English, but feel nervous when speaking. They're afraid of making mistakes or sounding silly. But remember, every English speaker in the world started with zero English. They all made mistakes. Mistakes are not something to fear. They are a sign that you are learning. Speak even if you're unsure. Speak even if you make errors. With each try, You get better. Confidence grows with action. Don't wait until you're perfect. Start now. Use the English you know. Say it proudly. You are learning, and that's something to be proud of. Another fun way to practice English is by using real-life situations. For example, let's say you're cooking dinner. As you cook, say what you're doing. I am cutting vegetables. I am boiling water. I am adding salt. I am stirring the soup. You're speaking English while doing something real. This helps your brain connect language with activity. You remember better because your mind and body are working together. Try this every day with different tasks. When cleaning, say, I am sweeping the floor. When getting ready for bed, say, I am changing clothes. I am brushing my teeth. I am turning off the light. This is daily English in action. Let's now practice some everyday conversations. Imagine you meet a friend. You can say, Hi, how are you? Your friend says, I'm good, and you? You reply, I'm doing great, thanks. Then you can ask, What did you do today? Your friend says, I went shopping. You reply, Oh, nice. What did you buy? Your friend says, I bought some clothes and food. These short conversations are very common. Practicing them helps you get ready for real-life situations. Now try another one. You are at a restaurant. The waiter says, Welcome. May I take your order? You say, Yes, I'd like a chicken sandwich, please. The waiter says, Would you like a drink? You reply, Yes, a glass of water. The waiter says, Thank you. Your food will be ready soon. You say, Thank you very much. This type of role play helps you feel ready to speak English in the real world. Let's now focus on listening again. Listening is powerful. If you listen often, you start to understand more without translating. One tip is to listen to the same audio multiple times. The first time, just listen. Try to understand the main idea. The second time, listen again and try to catch more words. The third time, listen and repeat after the speaker. This way, you're improving listening, speaking, and pronunciation at the same time. Choose audio that matches your level. Don't choose something too difficult. It should be easy enough to understand a little, but challenging enough to learn more. Here's a short listening practice. Listen and repeat. Anna goes to the store every Saturday. She buys fruits, vegetables, and bread. After shopping, she goes home and cooks lunch. She likes to eat healthy food. Now try to say the story in your own words. I go to the store on Saturday. I buy food, then I cook lunch. I like to eat healthy food. This exercise improves your vocabulary, grammar, and speaking. Let's also talk about writing. Writing is often forgotten, but it's very helpful for learning. Start a simple English journal. Every day, write 3 to 5 sentences about your day. You can write, Today I woke up at 7 a.m. I ate breakfast. I studied English. I feel happy. Keep it simple. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just write. Over time, you'll start using better sentences. You'll notice your vocabulary growing. Writing helps you see your own progress. Let's practice together. Imagine your day today. Now, think of some sentences. Today is Monday. I woke up late. I had toast for breakfast. I studied for 1 hour. I watched a video in English. Now say it out loud. Then try writing it down. This daily practice helps build fluency in a very natural way. Let's now talk about using questions in English. Asking and answering questions is the heart of conversation. You don't need complex questions. Start with simple ones. What is your name? Where do you live? What do you do? Do you like music? What's your favorite food? Practice answering them, too. My name is Sarah. I live in Mumbai. I'm a student. Yes, I love music. My favorite food is pizza. These simple exchanges help you build natural conversation skills. Try asking yourself questions every day. What am I doing now? What did I do yesterday? What will I do tomorrow? Answer them in full sentences. I am learning English. Yesterday I went shopping. Tomorrow I will visit my friend. This is self-practice, and it's very effective. Let's move to another useful practice. Describing pictures. You can take any picture and describe it in English. For example, look at a picture of a park. Say, there are trees, people are walking, children are playing, a dog is running, the sky is blue. This activity helps you use present continuous tense and builds vocabulary. You can do this with any picture family, photos, pictures in books, even things you see outside. Describe what you see in simple English. Now let's try imagining a scene together. Imagine a beach. Describe it. The beach is wide. The sand is white. The sea is blue. People are swimming. Children are building sandcastles. The sun is shining. It is a hot day. You are practicing many things at one's vocabulary, grammar, and sentence structure. A great way to stay motivated is to set small goals. Don't say, I will learn English perfectly in 1 month. That's too big. Instead, say, I will learn 5 new words this week. Or, I will write in English every day. Or, I will watch 1 video in English today. These small goals are easy to reach. When you reach them, you feel happy and want to keep going. Step by step, you will get better. And remember, it's okay to repeat the same material. Repetition is how we remember things. Listen to the same story 5 times. Watch the same video again. Practice the same sentences. Every time you repeat, your brain remembers better. It's not boring. It's powerful. Children learn by repeating things again and again. You can do the same. Let's now talk about habits and routines, because they play an important role in how we learn English. When you do something every day, it becomes a habit. That's how learning becomes easier. If you only study once a week, it's hard to remember things. But if you spend even 10 minutes every day speaking, listening, or reading in English, you will make progress quickly. Your brain needs repetition and consistency. Make a simple English routine. Maybe you listen to English while brushing your teeth. Maybe you write 1 sentence before bed. Maybe you talk to yourself while walking. These small habits can change everything. Here's how you can build an easy daily English routine. First, start your day with 1 English sentence. As soon as you wake up, say, today is going to be a great day. Then, during breakfast, Watch a short English video. Or listen to a podcast. When you go outside or travel to school or work, listen to English music or news. In the evening, talk about your day in English, even if it's just to yourself. Before sleeping, write down 3 English sentences about what you did today. Doing this every day creates a language environment around you. It helps your brain stay in touch with English without pressure. Let's try a quick practice. Imagine your day today. You can say, I woke up early. I brushed my teeth. I had eggs for breakfast. I went to work. I met my friend. We talked about movies. I came home. I made dinner. I watched a show. Now I'm relaxing. Now imagine it's tomorrow. Say, tomorrow I will wake up early. I will go to the gym. I will buy groceries. I will call my friend. I will read a book. I will sleep early. These future tense sentences help you practice your grammar while thinking about real things in your life. Now let's talk about how to learn with friends. If you have a friend who is also learning English, that's wonderful. You can practice together. Speak in English when you meet. You don't need to speak perfectly. Just try. You can ask each other questions like, what did you eat today? What did you do yesterday? What are your plans for the weekend? Practicing English with someone makes learning more fun and interactive. You can also play games together in English, like describing something and guessing, or asking each other random questions. The more you speak, the more confident you become. Let's now practice describing objects. Take something near you, like a phone. You can say, this is my phone. It is black. It is small. I use it to call my friends. I also watch videos on it. Now, try describing your bag. This is my school bag. It is blue and gray. I keep my books inside. It has 2 pockets. It is heavy. Describing objects helps you use adjectives and build vocabulary. Try doing this with different things every day. A chair, a table, a bottle, a pen. Describe them in full sentences. Let's move to a very common and useful skill: asking for help. This is something we often do in real life. You can say, excuse me, can you help me? Or, I need help, please. If you're in a shop, you can say, can you tell me where the milk is? Or, I'm looking for a t-shirt. In an office, you can say, can you help me with this file? In school, you can say, I don't understand this word. Can you explain? Asking for help in English is a daily life skill and very important. Practice it often. Now, let's practice speaking in the past tense. Many learners find the past tense confusing, but it becomes easy with practice. The key is to remember that regular verbs add ed, like worked, played, watched. Some verbs are irregular, like go becomes went, see becomes saw, eat becomes ate. Let's do some practice. Yesterday, I watched a movie. Last night, I cooked dinner. I went to the park. We ate pizza. They saw a cat. Try saying these out loud. Then, make your own sentences about yesterday. Think about what you did yesterday. Now, speak. I woke up at 8 a.m. I had coffee. I read the news. I studied English. I talked to my mother. I listened to music. I went for a walk. I slept at 11 p.m. All of these are past tense sentences. If you do this type of reflection every day, your English will improve fast. Let's also explore comparisons. This helps you describe things better. For example, My car is faster than yours. This book is more interesting than that one. She is taller than her brother. When we compare, we use words like more, less, better, worse, taller, smaller. Try these. My house is bigger than his house. This dress is more beautiful. My phone is better than my old one. Now, make comparisons from your own life. Talk about food, clothes, places, or people. Practice makes you better. Now, let's think about emotions. Talking about feelings is part of daily life. You can say, I feel happy. I'm tired. She is excited. They are nervous. These are simple but powerful expressions. Let's practice. I feel great today. I am a little sad. He looks worried. We are relaxed. Use feelings in your daily English. Talk to yourself, I'm feeling sleepy now. I'm excited for the weekend. This helps you express yourself clearly. Another useful skill is giving directions. Imagine someone asks you, how do I get to the train station? You can say, go straight, turn left, then take the second right. The station is on your left. Giving directions is common and practical. Practice by describing how to go from your house to the nearest shop. First, go out of the gate, walk to the corner, turn right, walk past the school. The shop is next to the bakery. You can also practice asking, can you tell me how to get to the library? Is the hospital far from here? Which way to the bank? Let's now talk about time expressions. These are words that help us talk about when something happens. For example, now, today, tomorrow, yesterday, next week, last year, in the morning, at night. Let's use them in sentences. I'm going to the market now. I watched a movie yesterday. We are going to a party tomorrow. I will call you next week. She visited us last year. These time words help you tell stories and share plans clearly. Let's do a short practice together. Yesterday I stayed at home. Today I am working. Tomorrow I will go shopping. Next week I have a meeting. Last year I traveled to Delhi. These simple sentences build your fluency and also strengthen your grammar. Let's now return to listening and reacting in conversation. When someone speaks to you, how do you respond? Learn some simple reactions. If someone tells you good news, you can say, that's great, or I'm happy for you. If someone shares something sad, you can say, I'm sorry to hear that. That must be hard. If someone says something surprising, say, really? Or, wow, I didn't know that. These responses keep the conversation natural and show emotion. Practice using these with friends or even in your own self-talk. Let's try a dialogue. Your friend says, I passed my exam. You reply, that's amazing. Congratulations. Your friend says, thank you. I studied hard. You say, you deserve it. This kind of short conversation is realistic and useful. Practice similar dialogues for real-world situations. Let's now try a daily practice story. Listen carefully. Today was a busy day for me. I woke up late because I was very tired. I had a quick breakfast and left for work. On the way, I met my old school friend. We talked for a few minutes. At work, I had many tasks. I answered emails, attended meetings, and finished my reports. After work, I went to the supermarket. I bought vegetables and some snacks. Then I came home, cooked dinner, and watched a show. Now I feel relaxed and ready to sleep. Now try retelling the same story in your own words. You don't need to say it perfectly. Just use your own English to talk about a day. You can also talk about your own day in this way. This daily storytelling is powerful. It helps you think in English, use tenses, and build confidence. Do this every night before sleeping or write it in your journal. Let's now talk about making plans in English. This is something we do all the time in real life, planning our weekend, our next trip, or even our evening. When making plans, we usually use the future tense. Phrases like I will, I'm going to, and let's are very common. For example, I'm going to visit my aunt tomorrow. Let's go to the cinema this weekend. I will call you after lunch. These are simple but very useful structures. You can use them to talk about your personal plans, your work schedule, or your goals. You can also ask someone about their plans by saying, "What are you doing this weekend?" Or, "Do you have any plans for the evening?" Let's practice together. Say these sentences out loud with me. I'm going to cook pasta tonight. Tomorrow I will clean my room. Next week, I'm meeting my friend for coffee. Let's go for a walk after dinner. I'll help you with your homework. Now, try making your own sentences. Think about your plans for the rest of today. What are you going to do? What will you eat? Who will you talk to? These small questions and answers help you practice fluency. Another important part of daily English is making suggestions. When we want to offer an idea or a solution, we make a suggestion. For example, why don't we go to the park? Let's order pizza tonight. How about watching a movie? These phrases help us express ideas in a friendly and polite way. You can also respond with agreement or disagreement. You can say, "That sounds great," or "I don't feel like it." Let's try a few examples. Let's play a game. How about going out for lunch? Why don't we visit the museum? Now you try. Suggest something you'd like to do with a friend. Let's move to another common area, talking about weather. It's something people talk about every day, especially in small talk. You can say, "It's sunny today. It's raining a lot. The weather is cold and windy. It's very hot this afternoon." Practice these kinds of sentences in your daily routine. When you wake up and look outside, say out loud what the weather is like. You can also talk about how it makes you feel. I feel lazy when it rains. The sunshine makes me happy. I don't like cold weather. These simple observations help you connect English to your daily environment. Now let's practice together. Think about today's weather. Say, "Today is warm and bright." Or maybe, "It's cloudy and a little cold." Add your feelings. "I like this weather." "I feel sleepy when it's cloudy." Now, imagine you're in a conversation. Your friend says, "It's a beautiful day, isn't it?" You reply, "Yes, the sky is so clear." These are natural ways to interact and practice English in a real-world way. Now, let's practice talking about food, which is another daily topic. Whether you're eating, cooking, or buying groceries, you can talk about it in English. You can say, "I'm making rice and vegetables for lunch." I love spicy food. She is baking a chocolate cake. Use vocabulary like fruits, vegetables, grains, spices, snacks, and drinks. Say, "I had cereal and milk for breakfast." For lunch, I had chicken and salad. We had tea and biscuits in the evening. Talking about food is not just useful but also fun. Try these practice sentences with me. I like sweet foods. I don't like bitter things. Bananas are my favorite fruit. I usually drink water, but sometimes I have juice. Now, talk about your meals today. What did you eat? What are you going to eat? Practice describing your cooking or eating habits every day. Let's now explore asking and answering questions. This is essential in any conversation. Simple questions like, what is your name? Where are you from? What do you do? Help you get to know someone. But even deeper questions like, what do you like to do in your free time? Or, what kind of music do you enjoy? Help you have longer conversations. Try answering them now. My name is Ali. I am from Pakistan. I am a student. In my free time, I like reading books and listening to music. Now let's do a short conversation. Person A says, "Hi, what's your name?" Person B replies, "My name is Sarah." A says, "Where are you from?" B says, "I'm from Mumbai." A says, "What do you do?" B replies, "I work in a bank." A says, "Nice. What are your hobbies?" B answers, "I enjoy cooking and watching cricket." Practice these questions and answers out loud. It will help you speak more naturally and confidently. Let's now shift our focus to describing people. This is something we often do in daily life. You can describe someone's appearance and personality. For example, he is tall and has short black hair. She is kind and very friendly. My brother is funny and loves to make jokes. Describing people helps you use both adjectives and verbs together. Let's practice. My teacher is very helpful. My best friend is honest and smart. She is wearing a blue dress and glasses. You can also describe celebrities, family members, or people you see around you. Try this practice with me. Describe your best friend. Say, my best friend's name is Aisha. She is tall and has long hair. She is very helpful and always supports me. Now, describe a family member. My father is hardworking. He has short gray hair and wears glasses. He always encourages me. These small description practices make a big difference in fluency. Another very useful topic is shopping. You can practice English while thinking about buying things. For example, I want to buy a new shirt. How much is this? Do you have this in a larger size? Can I pay with a card? These are simple questions that help you in real situations. When you go shopping next time, try to think or speak in English. Say to yourself, I'm looking for bread. I need to buy soap. I want a red t-shirt. Now, let's do a short role play. Imagine you're at a clothing store. The shopkeeper says, "Can I help you?" You say, "Yes, I'm looking for a jacket." The shopkeeper says, "What size do you wear?" You say, "Medium, please." The shopkeeper says, "Here's one in your size." You say, "How much is it?" He replies, "It's 2,000 rupees." You say, "Okay, I'll take it." Practicing dialogues like this helps you feel more ready to speak English in real life. Let's now talk about daily chores. We all have small tasks to do every day. You can use English to describe these tasks. Say, I have to wash the dishes. I need to sweep the floor. I'm doing laundry today. I cleaned the kitchen. She is ironing clothes. By connecting English to your routine, you learn better and remember more. Try saying your daily chores in English. When you do something, say it. I'm making the bed. I'm folding clothes. I'm cooking lunch. Now, let's practice talking about chores in the past and future. Yesterday, I cleaned the living room. I washed my clothes. Tomorrow, I will clean the bathroom. Let's move on to giving opinions. Everyone has an opinion about something, and it's a great way to express yourself in English. You can say, I think this movie is very good. In my opinion, online classes are helpful. I believe that learning English is important. Use phrases like I feel, I think, I believe, or in my view to express your ideas. Let's try. I think rainy days are relaxing. I feel that this book is interesting. In my opinion, learning a new language is exciting. Try giving your opinion now. What do you think about your favorite food? Say, I think biryani is the best dish. What do you think about technology? Say, I believe smartphones are useful, but we should not use them too much. Giving opinions in daily conversation helps you speak more clearly and confidently. Now let's talk about celebrations. Talking about birthdays, holidays, and festivals is part of everyday life. You can say, my birthday is in July. We celebrate Diwali with lights and sweets. On Eid, we visit family and eat delicious food. Describe how you celebrate. We decorate the house. We make special food. We invite guests. We wear new clothes. Sharing about celebrations helps you practice cultural vocabulary. 2. Try this practice with me. Last month, we celebrated my cousin's wedding. There was music, food, and dancing. Everyone wore beautiful clothes. We had a great time. Now, describe your last festival. We celebrated Holi. We played with colors. We ate sweets. It was so much fun. These are real things you experience, and describing them in English makes learning more natural and meaningful. Let's now talk about something very important, talking about your feelings and emotions. Being able to describe how you feel helps you express yourself better and also connect with others more deeply. You can say, I'm happy today, or I feel tired after work. You can use a wide range of adjectives like happy, sad, excited, bored, nervous, calm, worried, relaxed, angry, and more. You can also use verbs like feel, am, or seem. For example, she seems upset. I feel nervous before exams. Or, he is always cheerful in the morning. These expressions allow you to share your emotional state in different situations. Let's practice together. Think about your current mood. Say, I feel relaxed. Or maybe, I am a bit tired, but okay. If something good happens, say, I'm so excited. If you are unsure, say, I feel a little nervous. Practice these phrases every day. It could be while you're walking, while waiting for a bus, or even while sitting quietly. Describe your feelings out loud. For example, I'm feeling calm because I had a good breakfast. Or, I feel a little bored because I don't have anything to do. These are simple statements, but practicing them will really improve your fluency and emotional vocabulary. Now let's move on to talking about routines. This is one of the most common and important uses of English in daily life. You can describe what you do every day using the present simple tense. For example, I wake up at 7 a.m. I brush my teeth. I have breakfast. I go to work or school. I come home in the evening. I watch television, and I sleep at 10 p.m. Describing your daily routine in English is a great way to use verbs in a consistent pattern. You can also add details like times, places, and frequency words such as always, usually, sometimes, rarely, and never. Let's do a quick practice. Say with me, I wake up early every morning. I usually drink tea before starting my work. I sometimes go for a walk in the evening. I never skip breakfast. I always check my phone in the morning. Try making your full daily routine using these types of sentences. Think about your morning, afternoon, and night, and describe each part in simple English. You could even write it down and read it out loud. For example, in the morning, I get up at 7. I take a shower and get dressed. I eat breakfast and leave for work. In the afternoon, I have lunch at 1 and continue working. In the evening, I come home, relax, watch a show, and go to bed by 10. Simple, clear, and good for practice. Now, let's talk about directions and places. This is useful when you're traveling, exploring your town, or helping someone find a place. You can use phrases like go straight, turn left, turn right, it's near the post office, it's next to the school, it's across from the bank, or it's behind the supermarket. When someone asks you, how do I get to the train station? You might say, go straight for 2 blocks, then turn left. The station is on your right. These are real-life examples you can use in everyday situations. Let's practice some sentences. Say, the bank is next to the hospital. My house is behind the park. Turn left at the traffic light. The restaurant is across from the gas station. Go straight and take the second right. Now think about your neighborhood. Can you describe how to reach your home from a nearby landmark? Try saying it out loud. From the bus stop, walk straight and turn right at the bakery. My house is on the left, near the school. These types of practical sentences help you become more confident when communicating in English. Now, let's practice making phone calls in English. Many people find phone conversations challenging because you can't see the person's face, and everything depends on listening and speaking. But with practice, it becomes easier. You can start a phone conversation by saying, "Hello, this is Mia speaking." Or you can say, "Hi, can I speak to John?" If you're the one receiving the call, you can say, "Yes, speaking," or "Just a moment, please." You can also ask questions like, "Can I call you back?" or "What time is good for you?" Let's go through a small phone call practice. Person A says, "Hello, may I speak with Alex?" Person B says, "This is Alex. Who's calling?" A says, "Hi, Alex. This is Sarah. I wanted to talk about our meeting tomorrow." B replies, "Sure. I'm free after 3 p.m. A says, "Great. Let's meet at 4 then." B replies, "Sounds good. See you tomorrow." A says, "Thanks. Bye." B says, "Bye." Practicing phone conversations will help you get used to real-life English interactions without seeing the speaker. Let's now talk about giving and receiving help. Being polite and helpful is important in any language. When offering help, you can say, "Can I help you?" "Do you need any help?" "Would you like me to carry that for you?" When accepting help, you can say, "Yes, please," or "That would be great, thank you." When refusing help politely, say, "No, thank you. I'm okay." When asking for help, say, "Can you help me with this?" Could you show me how to do this? I need some help, please. Let's do a practice. Say, excuse me, could you help me carry this box? Sure, I'd be happy to help. Thanks so much. Or, can you help me understand this topic? Yes. Let's look at it together. These are useful phrases you can use in school, at work, or even at home. Next, let's talk about time. Talking about time helps you make plans, follow schedules, and stay organized. You can say, it's 10 o'clock, it's 5:30, it's 7:45. You can also use phrases like in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and at night. Talking about days, weeks, and months is also helpful. Say, today is Monday, tomorrow is Tuesday, next week, I have an appointment. I was busy last weekend. This helps you manage conversations around timing. Let's practice now. Say, my class starts at 9 a.m. Describing your full day using times. For example, I wake up at 7 a.m., have breakfast at 8, go to work at 9, take lunch at 1, come back at 6, and sleep at 10. Repeating such routines regularly will improve your sentence fluency and time-related vocabulary. Let's now talk about describing things. You can describe objects using size, color, shape, and function. Say, the bag is black and very heavy. This table is round and made of wood. That car is small and red. The dress is long and blue. Describing things helps you use adjectives, which are an essential part of communication. You can also say, this phone is new and fast. My room is small but cozy. The sofa is comfortable and soft. Try describing items around you right now in English. For practice, look around your room. Pick 3 things and describe them. For example, this chair is wooden and has 4 legs. My mobile is black and very smooth. The curtain is long and green. Practicing this daily will help you describe anything clearly in conversation. Now, let's talk about visiting a doctor. If you feel sick or unwell, you may need to describe your symptoms in English. You can say, I have a headache. I feel very tired. My throat hurts. I have a fever. The doctor might ask, how long have you felt like this? You can reply, since yesterday, or for 3 days. The doctor may also ask, do you have a cough? Or, are you taking any medicine? Being able to answer these questions helps you get better care. Let's practice. Say, I don't feel well today. I have a stomach ache. My back hurts. I feel dizzy. Can I see a doctor? I need some medicine. These are practical phrases for health-related situations. Also practice replies like, I started feeling sick last night. I have a cold and cough. Practicing this makes it easier to communicate in emergencies or appointments. Finally, let's talk about expressing needs and preferences. You can use phrases like I want, I need, I would like, or I prefer. For example, I need a pen. I want some coffee. I'd like a window seat. I prefer tea over coffee. These phrases help you express choices politely and clearly. Practice these by saying, I need help with my homework. I'd like some water. Please, I want to go outside. I prefer working in the morning. Now you try. Say, I'd like to take a break. I need to buy some vegetables. I want to call my friend. I prefer watching movies at home. These phrases help you in shopping, traveling, working, and all kinds of everyday situations. Let's now focus on talking about weather. Weather is a common topic in small talk and helps you begin conversations in a natural way. You can say, "It's sunny today," or "It's raining outside." Other phrases include, "It's very cold," "It's hot and humid," "It's cloudy," "It looks like it will rain," or "The weather is nice today." These are helpful in day-to-day conversations, whether you're greeting someone, planning your day, or just commenting on the environment. Now let's do some weather practice. Say, "It's warm and sunny this afternoon. It's going to be cold tomorrow." "I don't like when it's too hot." "It's raining, so I'll take an umbrella." Think about how the weather is right now where you are and say it out loud. For example, "It's cloudy, but not too cold. The wind is strong today." "There was a storm last night." Practice describing the weather each morning when you wake up. It's a simple but useful daily habit. Next, let's move into making requests and asking for permission. These are basic but very polite expressions that make conversations smoother and more respectful. For example, "Can I use your phone? Could you help me with this?" "May I go out now?" Or "Would you mind opening the window?" These phrases are very useful in schools, offices, and social settings. It's always good to sound polite when you ask for something. Let's practice now. Say, "Can I have some water, please? Could you pass me the salt? May I leave early today? Would you mind helping me with my homework?" These are all polite ways to make requests. You can also respond politely. For example, "Sure, here you go." "Yes, of course." "No problem." Or, if you can't help, say, "I'm sorry, I can't right now," or "maybe later." Practicing these conversations with a friend, or even in front of a mirror, will make you more confident and fluent. Let's now talk about going shopping and making purchases. This is a great way to practice English because it involves asking questions, making choices, and using numbers and currency. When you go shopping, you can ask, "How much is this? Can I try this on? Do you have this in a different size? Where can I find the bread?" Or, "Is this on sale?" These sentences are perfect for using in markets, malls, and grocery stores. Let's do a shopping practice. Imagine you are in a store. You ask, "Excuse me, how much is this shirt?" The seller replies, "It's $20. You say, "Do you have it in a larger size?" The seller says, "Yes, here you go." You say, "Thank you. I'll take it." You go to the cashier and say, "I'd like to pay by card." The cashier says, "Sure." You say, "Thank you." These small conversations can happen in real life, and practicing them will help you become more confident in stores and markets. Let's now move into traveling and asking for transport information. Traveling is exciting but also requires good communication. You can say, "What time does the train leave? Where is the bus stop? How much is a ticket to the city? Is this the way to the airport? I need a taxi, please." These are all useful phrases when traveling. Let's practice. Say, "Excuse me, is this the train to downtown?" "Yes, it is." "What time does it leave?" "It leaves at 3:15 p.m. Where can I buy a ticket?" "You can get one at the counter." "Thank you very much." "You're welcome." Also practice saying, "I'd like a ticket to Central Station." "How long is the journey?" "Do I need to change buses?" These questions are very practical and used often in real travel situations. Try practicing this with your local transport details to make it more personal and real. Next, let's talk about dining out and ordering food. Whether you're in a restaurant, a cafe, or a fast food place, these phrases will help you. When you enter, you might say, "Table for two, please." When looking at the menu, say, "I'd like the chicken sandwich." Or, "Can I have a glass of water?" When asking questions, say, "What do you recommend?" "Is this dish spicy? Can I see the menu?" And when you finish, say, "Can I have the bill, please?" Or, "Do you accept cards?" Let's do a restaurant practice. You enter and say, "Hello, table for one, please." The waiter says, "This way, please." You sit and say, "Can I see the menu?" The waiter hands you the menu. You say, "I'd like a grilled cheese sandwich and an iced tea." The waiter says, "Sure. Anything else?" You say, "No, thank you." Later, you say, "Can I have the check?" And the waiter brings the bill. You say, "Thank you very much." These conversations are simple but very useful in daily life. You can even practice this at home with friends or family. Let's now talking about your hobbies and interests. This is a great way to make friends and build relationships in English. You can say, "I like reading books." "My favorite hobby is painting." "I enjoy listening to music." "I love watching movies." "I often go hiking on weekends." Talking about what you love is a great way to show personality and create a natural flow in conversation. Let's do a hobby practice. Say, "I enjoy cooking new recipes." "In my free time, I like to draw." "My favorite sport is football." "I sometimes play video games in the evening." "I love gardening. It makes me feel peaceful." "It helps me relax." This kind of expression builds your confidence and allows you to talk freely. Let's now talk about expressing opinions and making suggestions. In conversations, it's often important to give your view or idea in a respectful way. You can say, "I think this movie is great. In my opinion, we should start early." "Why don't we try a new restaurant?" Let's study together. These phrases make your English sound more natural and fluent. Let's practice together. Say, "I think English is easy when you practice it daily. In my opinion, reading is better than watching television. Why don't we meet at 5 instead of 4? Let's take a break and have some tea." These suggestions are helpful in planning and decision-making. Practice this by giving your opinions about books, movies, food, or daily topics. For example, "I think spicy food is delicious." Or, "In my opinion, walking is better than driving for short distances." Now, let's move on to handling emergencies or difficult situations. This is important because you need to stay calm and be clear in communication. In emergencies, say things like, "Call the police," "I need help," "There's a fire," "I lost my bag," or "I'm not feeling well." You can also describe situations. "Someone is hurt." "There's been an accident." "Can you call an ambulance?" These are not sentences we use every day, but they are essential when needed. Let's practice emergency language. Say, "Excuse me, I lost my phone." "There's a problem with my car." "I think someone is in trouble." "Can you help me, please?" If you feel sick, say, "I need a doctor." "I'm not feeling well. Can someone help me?" These are basic but powerful phrases. Practice them calmly so that you'll be ready to use them clearly if the time comes. Let's now turn to making future plans. Talking about the future helps us set goals and prepare. You can say, I'm going to visit my friend tomorrow. Next week, I'll start my new job. We are planning a vacation in August. I think I'll study English more seriously. These future expressions are useful in both personal and professional conversations. Let's practice future talk. Say, I will study more next month. I'm going to join a gym soon. We are meeting our teacher next Friday. She will travel abroad next year. Try thinking about your own future. Say out loud, next weekend, I will clean my room. In 2 months, I will take my exam. Tomorrow, I'm going to start a new book. Practice talking about your future each day to get comfortable with these forms. Finally, let's talk about motivation. Learning English can be challenging, but you must stay positive. Tell yourself, I can do it. I will keep learning. Practice makes progress. Every day I speak better English. These positive phrases will keep your energy high. Always remember that small steps every day will lead to big improvements. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep trying, practicing, listening, and speaking. Now, let's talk about describing people and their appearance. This is useful when you're trying to talk about your friends, family, or someone you just met. You can say things like, she has long black hair, he is tall and slim, my brother wears glasses, she has a beautiful smile, or he looks very friendly. You can also talk about clothing, like, he is wearing a blue jacket, or she always dresses nicely. These descriptions help give more detail to your conversations. Let's practice describing people. Say, my sister has curly hair and brown eyes. My teacher is tall and wears glasses. He is always well dressed. She has a kind face. Try describing someone you know. Think of a friend or family member and say, my friend is short, has black hair, and is always smiling. The more details you include, the more natural your English sounds. Describing people clearly helps when telling stories, introducing others, or asking for help finding someone. Now let's talk about describing places. Being able to describe a place helps others understand your experiences. For example, you can say, the park is quiet and peaceful. My room is small, but cozy. The city is busy and full of life. The beach is beautiful with soft sand and clear water. These are great sentences to use when talking about your surroundings or telling stories. Let's do a place description practice. Say, my favorite place is the library. It's quiet, and there are many books. The cafe near my house is small but very comfortable. My classroom has big windows and a whiteboard at the front. I like going to the countryside because it's calm and green. Try thinking of a place you love. Describe it in full sentences. For example, I like the park near my home. There are trees, birds, and a small lake. It's perfect for relaxing. Let's now look at how to express emotions and feelings. These expressions help others understand how you feel and build emotional connection in conversations. You can say, I feel happy. I'm a little tired. She looks excited. They were sad. Or, he was really angry. You can also say, I'm nervous. I'm calm. Or, I feel relaxed. These are helpful in daily life situations, from sharing your thoughts to reacting to news or events. Let's practice now. Say, I feel great today. I'm a bit stressed about my exam. He looks worried about something. They seemed happy at the party. I'm excited about the weekend. Try expressing how you feel right. Now, say it out loud. I feel focused. I'm relaxed. Or, I'm a little sleepy. Talking about feelings helps make your English sound more real and personal. Now let's focus on daily routines. Talking about your daily schedule is a great way to use the present simple tense and build fluency. You can say, I wake up at 7 a.m. I brush my teeth and take a shower. I eat breakfast at 8. I go to work at 9. And I come home at 6 p.m. These are simple but important sentences you can use to describe your routine to others. Let's practice talking about your day. Say, I wake up early and go for a walk. I take the bus to school. I have lunch at noon. I study in the evening. I go to bed at 10 p.m. Try making your own daily routine sentences. For example, I wake up, make some tea, check my messages, and start my work. The more you say these sentences, the easier it becomes to describe your daily life in English. Let's now turn to past experiences. Talking about things that happened before is useful for sharing stories and experiences. Use the past tense. You can say, I visited my grandparents last weekend. We went to the zoo yesterday. She cooked dinner for everyone. Or, he played football after school. These sentences help you tell others about what you did. Let's do some practice. Say, last night, I watched a movie. I studied English yesterday. We went shopping on Saturday. I met my friend at the cafe. They traveled to the mountains last month. Try creating your own sentences using the past tense. Think about what you did yesterday and say it out loud. I cleaned my room. I listened to music. Or, I called my friend. These help you build confidence in speaking about the past. Now let's look at talking about the future, using both will and going to. These help you talk about plans and predictions. You can say, I will go to the library tomorrow. She will be late. We are going to visit our uncle. They are going to start a new project. Or, it's going to rain later. Using future forms is important for setting plans and talking about what's next. Let's do future tense practice. Say, I will study English tonight. He is going to clean his room. They will go shopping this weekend. We are going to have dinner at 8. She will visit her cousin next week. Think about what you plan to do tomorrow and say it out loud. I will go to work. I'm going to buy groceries. I will meet my friend. Or, I'm going to rest. These examples help you become fluent in everyday future expressions. Let's now talk about giving directions. This is a practical skill you can use in real life. You can say, go straight, turn left, turn right. It's next to the bank. It's opposite the supermarket, or you'll see it on your left. Giving and understanding directions is useful in cities, traveling, or helping someone who is lost. Let's practice giving directions. Say, go straight, then turn right at the corner. The cafe is beside the bookstore. The school is across from the hospital. Walk past the post office, then turn left. Now imagine giving someone directions to your house. Say, walk straight from the bus stop, turn right at the bakery. My house is the third on the left. Practicing this helps you feel more confident when traveling or helping others. Let's now move into more advanced practice with storytelling. Telling a story in English improves your fluency, vocabulary, and sentence structure. Start simple. For example, yesterday, something funny happened to me. Then say, I was walking home when I saw a cat stuck in a tree. I called for help, and a kind neighbor came to help the cat. It was a small adventure, but it made me smile. Use time markers like yesterday, last week, then, after that, finally. Let's do some story practice. Think of a simple story from your day. For example, this morning, I missed the bus. I had to wait for the next one. While I was waiting, I saw a child giving food to a bird. It was a sweet moment. Or, last week I tried a new recipe. At first, I was nervous, but the food turned out great, and my family loved it. Storytelling helps you connect events, use different tenses, and add emotion to your speech. Let's now focus on phone conversations. Speaking on the phone is different because you don't have body language or facial expressions. So, being clear and polite is very important. Begin by saying, "Hello, this is Mia speaking." Or, "Hi, can I speak to John, please?" If someone calls you, you can say, "Who's calling, please?" "One moment, please." "Can you hold for a moment?" And when ending, say, "Thank you for calling," or "Goodbye, have a nice day." Let's practice a simple phone call. You say, "Hello, this is Mia. May I speak with Sarah?" The person replies, "Just a moment, please." Then Sarah comes and says, "Hi, Mia. How are you?" You say, "I'm good, just calling to check in." Sarah replies, "Thanks, that's kind of you." Then you say, "Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye." Practicing phone calls helps build confidence in formal and informal English. Let's now talk about asking and answering questions in general conversations. Questions keep the conversation going and show interest. You can ask, "Where are you from? What do you do? Do you like music? How was your weekend? Have you ever traveled abroad?" Answering politely is important too. You can say, "I'm from Brazil. I'm a student. Yes, I love music." Or, "No, I've never traveled abroad." Let's do a Q&A practice. Say, "What do you usually do on weekends?" Then answer, "I usually relax and spend time with family." Ask, "Do you like coffee or tea?" Answer, "I prefer tea in the morning." Ask, "Have you seen the new movie?" Answer, "Not yet, but I want to." These everyday questions and answers are part of real conversations and help you stay fluent. As we come to the end of this video, remember that the most important part of learning English is consistency. Practice every day, even if it's just for 10 or 15 minutes. Speak out loud, even if you're alone. Listen to English as much as possible. Read simple books, write your thoughts, and try to think in English during your day. Make learning fun and relaxed, and you'll see progress before you know it. You've done a great job following this long session. You've practiced greetings, daily routines, asking questions, describing people and places, talking about feelings, telling stories, making plans, giving directions, and so much more. Each small step builds your skill, and every practice session brings you closer to fluency. Keep going, keep speaking, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Thank you for staying with me through this long journey. Keep practicing. Stay positive and I'll see you in the next lesson.